What's the issue with you and YoungBoy? Like, how did it start? Because there's a ton of
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't.
These niggas watch me from a jail cell, man. These niggas watch me from a jail cell and be on my dick so bad, nigga. Niggas bitches. Niggas be writing academics about me, man. Telling academics to post shit about me. Niggas hoes. I ain't never paid attention to a nigga, especially from no motherfucking cell, nigga.
YoungBoy finally beat his case and came out swinging with a wild nationwide tour. But it's already getting dangerous. Everywhere he goes, there's tension in the air, and the streets are talking loud. Ops in every city are plotting, shows keep getting canceled, and security can barely hold the chaos down. Police are pulling up deep, but even that ain't enough to stop what's brewing. The question everyone's asking, why does NBA YoungBoy have the biggest target on his back right now? For years, YoungBoy was trapped, locked up, stuck on house arrest, and silenced when he should have been running the rap game. But now that he's finally free, it feels like all that pressure just exploded. His tour announcement broke the internet, and tickets sold out faster than anyone expected. His team had to double up on dates just to keep up with the demand. Fans have been waiting for this moment for years, and they're showing out heavy at every stop. But freedom comes with heat. YoungBoy's name alone makes certain cities nervous, and it's not for nothing. When he announced a show in Chicago, the tension hit a whole new level. The United Center was supposed to host one of his biggest nights, but even fans were saying it might not end well. The city's energy shifted the second his name hit that flyer. Chicago isn't just another stop for him. It's enemy territory. The beef runs deep all the way back to 2020, when King Von lost his life. Ever since then, O Block has made it crystal clear. YoungBoy better stay out of Chirac. After Von's passing, videos started flying around showing dudes from O Block burning 4KT flags and sending a direct message. The tension hasn't cooled off one bit, and now that YoungBoy's back outside, things might just explode. YoungBoy wasn't about to back down, not for anybody. He's been calling out O Block at every single show, and fans know exactly what's coming when the beat for I Hate YoungBoy drops. That track is pure smoke. He spits, "How you talking when nothing ain't died about your cousin?" Now Quandu got no filter, and he say they ain't gonna mess with him. Clean up on aisle, and the crowd goes wild every time. The energy is crazy, but it's also dangerous. He's taunting people who actually want payback. See, YoungBoy wanted to pull up to Chicago just to prove he runs the game, and the beef's long dead, but things didn't go as planned. The United Center shut it all down before he could even touch the stage. Word on the street is that officials told him he could perform only if he agreed not to perform I Hate YoungBoy. But you already know how stubborn he is. He said he's not changing nothing. So boom, show canceled, money lost, and fans left in shock. That Chicago concert would have been legendary, but the tension behind it was no joke. A few young dudes from O Block were allegedly planning to shoot up the event if YoungBoy showed up. That's how deep this rivalry runs. And it didn't stop there. When YoungBoy hit New Jersey, things turned violent again. A Lil Durk fan started yelling "Free Durk" during the concert. And apparently, some of OG3's people weren't having it. According to rumors, one of them snuck up behind the Durk fan and punched him straight in the head. Then more of YoungBoy's guys jumped in and handled him right there. What's even crazier, the same fan claimed they tricked him by giving him a fake backstage wristband, only to jump him again behind the scenes. That's wild. Even though YoungBoy hasn't dropped a new diss toward Durk in a minute, this war between camps clearly never stopped. It just moved off the mic and into the crowd. According to Birdman's brother, Terrence Gangsta Williams, things got real inside the pen. He claimed that YoungBoy actually knocked out a dude in prison who was repping OTF. That's wild. Even behind bars, the tension between the two camps was alive and dangerous. YoungBoy's name carried weight everywhere, and even inmates knew not to test him unless they were ready for hands to fly. Fast forward a few weeks after his canceled Chicago show, the drama followed him straight to Detroit. YoungBoy had the Little Caesars Arena completely sold out, fans hyped and ready for chaos in the best way. But out to nowhere, just days before the show, the arena dropped a cold statement saying the concert was off. No explanation, no warning, just gone. The city was heated and everyone started speculating. Some said police pressure, others said safety threats. But one thing was clear. Wherever YoungBoy goes, controversy follows. And that wasn't even his first Detroit issue. Back in 2020, there was already smoke brewing when a Detroit rapper allegedly ran into YoungBoy's brother, OG3, inside a Houston mall. Nobody knows exactly what went down in that encounter, but the tension was real enough for Sada Baby to jump on video and diss the entire NBA crew. That clip went viral fast, and the disrespect didn't sit right with YoungBoy's side. Now, Sada Baby had ties to Fredo Bang and other rappers from Baton Rouge who already had problems with YoungBoy. So when he started throwing shots, everyone figured he was just taking sides. But that move backfired hard, because not long after that, a dude from FEG named Baba allegedly caught Sada Baby slipping in an Atlanta studio and robbed him. The streets were saying it was revenge, and that only added more heat to the feud. Then YoungBoy turned the situation into music. He dropped the track Carter Son where he spit, "I can't say I'm fucking with all this involvement. These dudes ain't right and they ballin'. I don't give a... Nah, I call up Osama, my Baba. Like load up and come and rob all them." Baba's name was right there in the lyrics, clear as day. That line alone had people talking because Baba was known for putting in serious work in the streets. Word is, he ended up getting locked up for an attempted murder case.
Bitch, quit playing with me around this bitch, nigga. We ain't nowhere near Detroit. We down here in they shit, and niggas hoes. Fuck is you talking about? And I'm on Tay-Tay phone because my phone dead. Fuck is you talking about? NBA niggas ain't on shit down to this bitch, nigga. Fuck niggas talking about? Nigga, I'm from Detroit. I ain't moved down to this bitch, nigga. Caught your big homie lacking in the mall, he trying to speak to niggas. What's up with all that big stepper shit, Slam? Fuck is you talking about? Soft ass niggas.
And guess what? YoungBoy shouted him out again on I Hate YoungBoy. It's like every track he drops has a layer of real life beef behind it. And the crazy part is, that story's still unfolding. Man, this whole thing got wild fast. Someone was straight up calling folks crazy and saying tell him free bye-bye, like it was nothing. And then the internet blew up with a clip from 2022 showing OG3 pouring lean into YoungBoy's mouth while Sada Baby dragged him over the whole scene. That clip had people talking non-stop, and it looked like heat was back on between them. The drama was real and loud. Even after that, things didn't cool off. Detroit pulled the plug on YoungBoy's show a couple weeks later. He'd already had one cancellation, and now another big stop got axed with zero clear explanation, leaving fans and promoters scrambling and rumor mills spinning. The vibe was tense everywhere he went. YoungBoy did hit State Farm Arena in Atlanta, and that night was sold out. But the second Atlanta date got canceled too. Word is, the arena didn't want him playing certain diss tracks, and sources say people on stage didn't want the crowd hyped into something dangerous. The arena reportedly stepped in because of the disses aimed at Atlanta, and that set off even more chaos in the streets. The music itself was adding gasoline to the fire. On stage and on tracks, YoungBoy was calling out other rappers and naming names in ways that pushed buttons. Lines about Gucci and Lil Baby had folks whispering that old alliances were over. And even if the beef with Gucci and Lil Baby never exploded into a full-on public war, the tension was visible everywhere. The lyrics and the live taunts made it feel like anything could pop off at shows. Even without the concerts, the energy didn't die. When shows got canceled, fans turned the block into a party and cops had to swarm in to keep things from getting out of hand. Streets filled up, chants started, and the scene looked more like a flashpoint than a celebration. Proof that when this drama shows up, it stays loud and messy. What made the whole Atlanta mess even wilder is that at YoungBoy's first show, he was literally handed what everyone thought was the key to the city. Cameras flashing, fans screaming. It looked like Atlanta was officially showing love to YoungBoy. But just days later, the city dropped a statement that flipped the whole narrative. They said YoungBoy was never officially given the key at all. Turns out the people who handed it to him were just reps from Fulton County and the state, not the actual city officials. Basically, the key didn't even count. That caused a major scene online, with everyone clowning the situation and asking how it even happened. To make things more awkward, the last time a rapper actually got the key to Atlanta was way back in 2004, and that honor went to Ludacris for his charity work. So giving it to YoungBoy, one of the most controversial rappers out right now, was already wild. And then, taking it back, straight chaos. But the drama didn't stop there. Rumors started flying that the real reason his second Atlanta concert got canceled wasn't about songs or city politics. It was about a fight. Sources claimed YoungBoy's crew got into it with arena security at the VIP entrance. Word is, tempers flared, punches got thrown, and the whole thing turned ugly fast. There's no official proof, but fans swear that's what really went down behind the scenes. And if you think his issues in Atlanta and Chicago were bad, that's nothing compared to the smoke he's got in Louisiana. When it came time for his New Orleans shows, police showed up like it was a full-blown operation. Barricades, squad cars, and dozens of armed officers. The city wasn't taking any chances. New Orleans is just a couple hours from Baton Rouge, and that's where YoungBoy's deadliest beef started. Back when he was coming up in the trenches, he rolled with a crew called TBG. That's the same squad that had rappers like G Money and Fredo Bang. They were making noise in the streets and the booth, but they were also locked in a serious war with another Baton Rouge crew known as BBG. That's where all this blood, loyalty, and betrayal really began. And it's the part of YoungBoy's story that still haunts Louisiana today. YoungBoy's story took a deadly turn when family ties and street loyalty collided. He had blood connections to BBG through his cousin Illa, who was like a big brother to him. After splitting from TBG, YoungBoy started rolling tight with Illa, and that's when the city started watching closely. The back and forth between YoungBoy and G Money got intense, both of them throwing shots through tracks, each one sounding more personal than the last. But things hit a tragic turning point when Illa was shot and killed in 2016. That loss flipped a switch in YoungBoy, and the streets felt it immediately. Rumors started flying that a crew called Forever Loyalty was behind Illa's murder, and they were linked up with TBG at the time. That connection made everything 10 times messier. The word is, right after Illa's death, YoungBoy and his crew went hunting for revenge. They allegedly slid on their enemies and started firing, but the ops fired back, and that's when NBA Joe, one of YoungBoy's close people, got hit in the neck. It was chaos everywhere. That night ended with blood on both sides, and soon after, YoungBoy got booked for attempted murder. While he sat fighting for his freedom, TBG kept throwing disses, trying to make him look weak. But when YoungBoy got out, he came back harder than ever, and he didn't waste a second firing back in his music. On the track, Right on Them, he rapped, "I heard a dude said what? You know what it is, boy? You gon' get your head bust, trying to stunt for real. These dudes making diss songs. Come on now, boy. Be real. AI YoungBoy. Be the reason that your dog killed. I speak this, I live this. We do this for real." That verse had fans losing their minds. It sounded like a straight confession wrapped in a threat. But G Money wasn't backing down either. He clapped back online saying, YoungBoy was just salty because G had hooked up with YoungBoy's sister. That made everything even more personal. This wasn't just music anymore. It was family level disrespect.
He mad about his sister too though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had fucked her a long time ago.
G Money went live on IG laughing and trolling YoungBoy, talking big. But just hours later, tragedy struck. G Money was shot and killed right outside the same spot where he filmed his live earlier. Not long after, NBA Lil Pab was arrested for the murder, but word on the street said something even darker. People were whispering that YoungBoy's manager, Big Dump, was the one who actually funded the hit. Nothing was ever proven in court, but those whispers never stopped. And that's when everyone realized this wasn't just rap beef anymore. It had turned into a war that left real bodies behind. A few months after G Money's death, the streets went silent for a moment, and then TBG struck back hard. They allegedly slid on Big Dump, YoungBoy's manager, and left him dead right there in the street. That was a major blow to YoungBoy's camp. And from that point on, the war between TBG and NBA wasn't just about words. It was pure vengeance. Fredo Bang and his guy, Boulevard Quick, kept firing off diss tracks, still going at YoungBoy even after all the loss. But that didn't last long. Boulevard Quick ended up getting shot and killed too. After that, things went completely off the rails. Quick's close friend, Lit Yoshi, went wild. Rumors say he tried to assassinate YoungBoy outside his Miami hotel. It was like every few months, somebody from one side was getting hit, and the whole Louisiana rap scene was turning into a battleground. For a brief second though, it looked like peace might be possible. Fredo Bang even told DJ Vlad that he and YoungBoy actually got on the phone together. Vlad asked how the call went, and Fredo said it wasn't beef anymore. But fans weren't convinced. Everyone could feel the tension underneath that truce. And sure enough, just a few months later, YoungBoy dissed G Money again in his music, proving the smoke was still there. When it came time for his New Orleans show, Louisiana police weren't taking any risks. They knew exactly what kind of danger could come with YoungBoy performing that close to Baton Rouge. Reports said authorities expected his ops to show up ready for trouble, so they went full lockdown mode. Over 400 police officers, tactical units, mounted cops, armored trucks, and even federal agents were brought in just to keep the peace. Then after the first show wrapped, a viral video hit the internet, showing YoungBoy being rushed down the street while cops surrounded him, pulling him to safety. Chaos everywhere. Moments later, word broke that there'd been a shooting inside the arena. Fans panicked, thinking someone had actually come to take YoungBoy out. But later, officials claimed it was all a false alarm. No shots fired. Still, the panic, the energy, the fear, it showed just how deep this war runs. Even when YoungBoy's trying to perform, the ghosts of Baton Rouge follow him everywhere he goes. Fredo Bang didn't pull up to that New Orleans show, but he made sure people still felt his presence online. He went on social media and said it was beautiful to see the city and state come together, even though YoungBoy was dissing him the whole time. A lot of fans felt like Fredo was trolling, throwing slick shade while pretending to keep the peace. Still, somehow, the situation didn't explode that night. No shots, no chaos, just tension in the air thick enough to cut with a knife. But even though the shows went down without violence, the drama behind the scenes kept heating up. YoungBoy's manager came forward saying a Louisiana cop named Ann Kirkpatrick has been trying to ban YoungBoy from ever performing in the state again. That's a wild move, but it shows how deep his name rings out in the South. When the police themselves are stepping in, you know the situation's way bigger than music. And Louisiana isn't the only place where the tension's real. Miami's been on edge too. The cops there were already on alert because of YoungBoy's long-running beef with Kodak Black. The two have been clashing for years. Shots in songs, sneaky shade online, and fans taking sides like it's a sport. But things blew up again in July 2025 when Kodak called YoungBoy's new album trash online.
That album, that little shit ass. I don't even like that right now. And I like it. I see that one movie. I like that one movie.
That comment went viral instantly, and fans from both camps started going at each other non-stop. Then Kodak took it even further, throwing out claims that YoungBoy messed around with his ex, Mellow Rax, and allegedly gave her something nasty. The internet went crazy. Memes, lives, reactions. It was everywhere. When YoungBoy hit Miami for his concert, Kodak made a dramatic entrance, flying in on a helicopter like it was a movie scene. His fans swarmed the streets outside the venue chanting, "Team Kodak," loud enough for everyone to hear. Even though the two never crossed paths that night, the message was clear. Kodak still wants smoke. The rivalry is alive, and it's only getting more personal. YoungBoy's been dropping some of the hardest music in the game, even when he was stuck on house arrest, firing shots at rappers across the country without a care in the world. Now that he's free again, the whole game's holding its breath, wondering who's next, because it's only a matter of time before someone decides to take things way too far. And that's why you need to stay locked in with us. Turn on those notifications and hit subscribe to join the Rap Uncovered family, because the streets never sleep and we're just getting started. Tomorrow's upload, it's gonna be even crazier, even deeper, and absolutely unmissable. Smash that like button, share this video with all your homeboys, and drop your thoughts down in the comments. We want to hear what you think about all this drama. We'll catch you in the next one, right here at Rap Uncovered, where the truth of the streets lives.